Excuse me. Starting a minute or so early. Um, Mainly, I just wanted to kind of warn whoever might decide to drop in or is watching that we're supposed to be going under some maintenance, but I think it's more to do with the login servers. So it should be, as long as I'm logged in, we shouldn't have any problems. They did do a hot fix earlier in the day, supposedly to fix a few issues that housing has been having. Um, I haven't really noticed any difference, but I wasn't really experiencing some of the issues they were talking about or addressing, so really can't say if that has actually been fixed. But as you can see, we're on Dominion side today. Today is Wednesday, so that means house tours. And as I mentioned before, with the free-to-play transition and our kind of a bumpy week or two that we've been having, I really didn't expect that we would have houses that we could tour that would be kind of in good order, because with the changes to housing and the movement of the teleporter pad and everything, that's kind of messed up a few homes. I say a few, I guess it's probably more than that. And depending on what folks are wanting to do to kind of upgrade their house to accommodate the new size and everything, a lot of them have been closing their doors to the public. They've set their plots to private and are probably going to be that way for the next couple weeks. Others haven't touched their house, so if they have it all kind of boxed in, then there's no way to get inside anymore. And still others have just kind of left it, if it's accessible, they've just kind of left it as it is. They haven't expanded or anything. But I did spend some time the last couple of days touring around on public homes, looking for places that might be suitable for viewing, that are relatively in good condition, either just due to the nature of the build. It didn't really require any tinkering on the builder's part to make it, spruce it up for the free-to-play transition and all that kind of stuff. So we've got basically two houses that I'm intending to visit. Hopefully, I really don't have any backups. I have a few on my list that are kind of maybes, but hopefully we don't have any visitation errors or anything, and we get to visit the two that I'd like to show off today. But we're just gonna, kind of enjoy the moment while we have it. I'm hoping that as time goes on, more and more homes will open back up again, and we'll get to see some new builders as well, and a lot of new ideas and fresh ideas, and plus even the pro old builders are coming up with a lot of new ideas with all of the new decor that they've been getting, chance to expand, or just a lot of them have been taking the opportunity to just redo their whole plot altogether. So fingers crossed that as things kind of smooth out with the server issues and the lag issues and people just being able to get in when they want to get in, and not having any sudden maintenance calls every time you turn around, then people will be able to kind of enjoy the relaxing, though maybe sometimes stressful, hobby of building on their plot, and we'll get to see some more stuff. But for today, we're starting out on it's Sparky Furblast's plot, the Dominion Star Cruiser. Now I'm going to kind of ignore the sky, because the little movement ones, like the space travel and the falling into the sun, those things kind of make me ill to the stomach. So I'm going to try and ignore it. But I am going to try and show off the ship, which we will look at here. It's pretty big. There's a lot of pieces. I haven't toured the entire thing. I did visit it a few times in the beginning because I do have it on my list. And hey, Bones, welcome to the show. Glad you can make it. So I don't know if he's this person's actually added anything new. I don't even know if there's access to like be able to see it from the outside or anything. But you can tell this particular build didn't really require any special treatments as far as having to relocate the entrance or anything, because it really wasn't affected by the move. Now, I'm not sure why they've got this here other than maybe to get a better view of the top. So I'm going to have a little run up there just to see what it looks like from that perspective. I imagine that's part of it. There may actually be a door at the top of this build where you can go out on the deck up above, but I really couldn't say if that is the case or not. But there's a little better shot of it. I'm trying to ignore the moving sky because that really plays a trick on me. But it's, I couldn't even tell you what all's in this thing. There's like Dominion benches and I don't even know. There's like so many pieces, it's hard to identify because they're all nicely meshed together, which is good because, you know, that's kind of what you're going for when you're making this stuff, you know, out of the air kind of thing. You want it to look like it came that way. So yeah, this is the Star Cruiser. Very big, very bulky, very imposing, which, you know, kind of suits the Dominion feel there. A lot of details, you know, little bits purposefully sticking out, and like I said, I really couldn't tell you. That's okay. There's a Dominion generator there. I don't know what all these pieces are. Looks like a Dominion banner or emblem, one of those things, several places. And of course the benches, probably some beds and stuff too, because, you know, they're going for all that Dominion color, the red and the gold. So it's pretty impressive. So here we're coming up on the, let me switch to the walking here. And then they got the cages. These are fantastic for like spaceports, spaceships, space stations, any of that. Really gives that feel for, you know, you're going inside some kind of like decompression chamber or something. Looks really nice and works really well. I don't know if I'm supposed to go down here, but I'm going to go down here. Have a look. Like, there's just all kinds of things sandwiched together. And what I find really crazy with these kind of builds where they have all of this stuff put together like this is how they work it out as to what spaces are left and that they can utilize as rooms and things. I don't know how they go about doing that, planning it out, but oh no, I get myself stuck in here. I may have. I can't get up. I've fallen and I can't get up there. Oh, for crying out loud. No, it's not going. Let me just start at the beginning again. I'll run fast this time. Look at me go. There are uses for the toggle, I tell you. It's just I forget sometimes which one I toggle to, and I don't know which one's coming up, and I kind of dash into things that I don't mean to dash into. I did have it, kept changing it back to the old way that the sprint worked, and it doesn't seem to remember that when I log out. So I always end up back in the original, like, racy, spacey thing, so I just ended up leaving it. Yeah, I would imagine so, Bones. It does kind of fit like maybe the person is a Chua, has a Chua character because it is pretty confined. I don't know if that was, you know, specifically intended or if it just happened to end up that way because of the way they've mushed everything together. But yeah, still very impressive. I agree. So the first kind of room we come to is, to me, I'm very bad about naming rooms and functions of objects I see. I assume this is kind of like a control room. I see lots of panels and keyboards and all kinds of controls and stuff. And you can see it's kind of, it gives you that feel that it's like a central area because there's all these connecting rooms off the sides. There's a generator, and I like how they've used the taco stand as part of their little thing because it has a lot of those little panels and stuff, and they just kind of snuck it in there. A good use of that. So we'll just start with the first door. I'm going to leave them open so we kind of hopefully remember which way we went. Now, if anyone's wondering what this is, that's the back of one of those portrait pictures, either the portrait of the Lumini or, you know, something like that. They have that weird metallic backing. Wow, here's another room here. So let's go this way. Like shiny, gotta go the other way. Okay, what do we got here? I see guns and looks like other guns, bigger guns. So I guess this is the armory or something. Wow, there's like just so many levels to this thing. I'm gonna get completely lost in here. I can already feel it. I can see like this is all these little guns. I don't know, maybe that's just to protect the entrance to wherever we're going. No telling. Those are Dominion scanners for the windows here. Benches again. They used a lot of Dominion themed stuff to carry out that gold and oh, did I just come up here? I just come up here, didn't I? I just went up and down the same thing. Just ignore me. That's me being silly. I meant to, no, wait a minute. Okay, that's two. Okay, that's what it was. I thought, wow, that was like deja vu, but it's just a double level of guns. They really don't want you in here, I guess. You see, this is all guns too. Like some major security going on. Where does this go? I'm really just kind of, I'm gonna forget where I went. Just know it. Okay, well that was kind of clever. They've got like the ship inside the ship. Got it nicely lit up as well. I want to say that's a orange sconce because that has that nice yellow kind of a soft light. I love that light. I wish we had more that kind of did the same but in different colors. That would be good. So this seems to be like I don't know if it's intended to be a ship within the ship or just a control room and they're using the ship as part of it. To a desk there. Several of the Dominion panels. The captain's chair, of course. And I think these are that body scanner or something. A lot of people like to use that for like x-ray machines and entrances to doors and stuff. Never noticed that this ship had all of that blue glowy markings on it. But then I collect those ships because I go through the ship hands, or the expeditions, excuse me. And I never use them because I don't have like a spacey theme on my plot. As yet. One of these days maybe. Or if I do put them out, they're so small you can't make out any details anyway. Okay. And apologies if I missed anything. I'm going to try my best to find all the nooks and crannies, but I've learned that sometimes, you know, you can get stuck like I did earlier. if you kind of venture off too far from the designated path. I have found myself in trouble many times that way. Let's see. Going up, up, up. Can't tell. It feels like it's lagging a bit. I don't know if that's just me or what. Guess I could do a quick tweet. Forgot to do that. Before I forget, again, I'm really bad about that. You know, I try to let people know, but I don't know. I get too excited and go. Am I still going up? I'm still going up. Oh, another door. We got here. Oh wow, this is like really hollowed out. Look at, like so many ways to go. I don't know what you would call this. Looks like where the power core is or something. They've really taken some time in placing objects. I mean, I think that's the fancy bar, but it's like two of them kind of angled together. Okay, let's see. I guess I'll just go straight across. See what's in here. I'm in a panic that I'm gonna miss just stuff. Yeah, I remember to do that one, the preemptive one, but then I forgot to do the one that we were actually doing. It like, oh well. Whoops. Guess I gotta be closer. Oh yeah, this is. Woo! I made it to the tippy tip top. Wow, look at that. There's still some bits up, and I'm ignoring the sky because I don't want to look at it. But there's a really good view of. Just look at the amount of stuff. I mean, there's like the Dominion military bunkers, it looks like. The emblems, that's what those are, I think. Looks like, I don't know what all of this is. This is just crazy. That is a lot of work to put all of this together. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. It's just nuts. I don't know what all those bits are. There's tons of benches because I mean that's got that gold and red on it, but wow. It's just crazy. Okay, so I made it all the way to the tippy top. Let's see. Hey Samson, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. And yeah, it is pretty crazy what all is in here. These almost look like stairs. I'm not sure what that is. Because there are a few Dominion pieces that only Dominion players can get a hold of, so. Oh, that was nice. It has a little door here. Let's go inside. Okay, this looks like a laboratory or something. I don't know, I guess it's with blue. Blue always reminds me of all the laboratory stuff. Yeah, here's the little, he's studying the strain blob on his little slide there. Lots of monitors. I think that's the back of the portrait of the lady. She looks kind of bald in it. Yeah, that sky. The one that, one of the new ones, the falling into the sun, that one really makes me ill. I'm hoping that not too many people use that sky because it's really, really, really awful to look at. And I've heard a lot of people complain about getting ill because of it. Wow, there's like a lot of detail. The Dominion chairs. lots of monitors and screens and panels and all kinds of tubey stuff. And that's the little science lab. Okay, I don't think I can go that way. I guess I just go back through here. See, this looks like there's a door here, but I don't think I can get in now. Okay, so we went that way, we went across. Okay, so now we need to go to the right here, onto the other balcony. Those balconies are really nice, the WildStar balconies, but they're really expensive too, so I've kind of avoided them. I think this is going to take us to that bridge just above where we were standing on the outside. I think. I hope. Because we seem to be going up again. It is just nuts what's all in here, though. Yep, I was right. So there's where we were standing earlier. Little door. And this is like... The view's not too bad there. Kind of nifty with the stars, but I guess the only weird thing is I get the notion that the ship is pointing the opposite direction than the stars are moving. No, Samson, don't use that sky. It's just bad. So I guess this is like the captain's seat, his little bridge area or something. You got the Pirate King's throne thing, and I love the NPCs. I've been seeing a lot of people incorporating these in nice ways, either guarding doors, or I saw one earlier that was using several of the various NPCs as people just standing around a bar. And it really helps if you want to kind of indicate, you know, what kind of activity might be going on there. There's some NPCs where it looks like they're talking, so it makes sense to have them either facing somebody else or talking to like the bartender or something. But then there's others that are like fiddling with their hands. So, you know, I've seen a few that they'll put them in front of like a table or like repairs or something. So it makes them look like they're actually busy doing something. And that's good if you don't have a lot of visitors to your house, but you want your plot to look kind of lived in. Look at this. He's got this little like bleep little tracker thing, and he's got these little miniature ships on here. So you can see. That's a good idea. I like that. And another use of the taco stand as a little controller. Lots of nice handles and stuff on that thing, so it really comes in handy for this kind of setup. And I guess this is his emperor dude that he's reporting to. It reminds me of like, I don't know, it's kind of creepy the way he's got it set up. Yeah, you can get NPCs. They come from Madame Faye's little gold carrot nugget thingies, and there's soldier NPCs like these, the guards, for both factions. And it doesn't matter what faction you're on when you do the Madame Faye's thing. It will actually drop either or. So even if you're exile, you might sometimes get Dominion ones, but they aren't bind on pickup or anything, so you can sell them. So they're like littered on. Yeah, Samson, that's what it reminds me of. Is the Darth Vader thing where he's like talking to, was it Senator Palpatine or whatever? Where he's like, you know, yes, my lord, master, whatever. But yeah, you can get the guard NPCs, and then from both factions, there's different varieties of them. You know, they got one of each race, and I think it's male and female for each one. And then there's also the regular NPCs. They got the cozy, which is the ones with the big goggle eyes. And then there's the Grumples. It's those kind of bluish, kind of large with the little tentacle things on their head. I've seen lop dancers, both male and female. Those are pretty funny. So they just kind of twirl and hop around. And there's probably a few others that are available that I just haven't spotted yet. Okay, so we've been there. Again, just all of the pieces. I wish I could name more of what's going on in here, but some of it is just so cleverly mushed together, I just can't make out what it is. But see, like, those are all the backs of those pictures. That's like the one thing I can identify. That's so bad. Okay, so we went all the way around and down. I'm not sure if we're actually supposed to go down inside this area. I'm leery about getting stuck again. I have a feeling that's what will happen if I jump down in there, but we'll see. It looks like just like the engine room, the main power source thing. I don't know. There's like all kinds of like moving gadgets on that, whatever that is. I want to say it looks like, well, it's half Dominion generator, but it's something else too. I don't know what that is. Could be a lamp post, you know, a Cassian lamp post or something. I have absolutely no idea. I honestly don't know, Bones. I haven't gotten any of those things from any of the few Madame Faye things that I've done, but I have seen them on the auction house, so I assume it's from that. It could be from, I know there's a lot of new decor that's been dropping from some of the world bosses since they've changed those up. They've given them new loot tables, so there's like I've seen a few new trees, and trying to think what else. Because there's like, there's one that kind of looks like a smaller version of the Cerulean Sky Growth, but it's called something with the word canopy in it. There's a snowy ice platform, I think. So it looks like a large slab of rock with some snow on it. There's like the chupacabra, the chumpacabra, whatever you call it, the skull of that. There's some kind of plant called the bone bloom. Okay, I'm lost as to where we went. Did we go this way already? I think this is where we want to go, because this is the original like central hub here. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I kind of scanned the AH quite a bit just to get a glimpse at some of the new stuff that's come out. Because, you know, everybody, there's always going to be someone that wants to sell it. There's like a bag of pearls. I don't know where any of it comes from directly, but I assume it's probably something to do with that. The world drops kind of stuff. It's like so many little doors and stuff. I don't know where we're going. Okay, this looks like something bad, where they'd like put like their prisoner inside there and zap him or something. Because that looks like there's an observation room up above. I don't know what that is. Looks pretty scary though. There's like generators and like guns, and I don't know what it is. I don't think I'd want to find out. But it's amazing that they found so many of these little nooks and crannies that they could use in such a way as to make it look like it belongs. Okay, let's see. How did I? Yeah, see, this is a little observation. That's a pretty good way of doing that. I don't know what they've got layered there. All the panels and such. It's even this panel. That's a combination of items. It's I think it's the Exile tactical table, kind of snuck in on the Dominion scanner, and then another piece to kind of give it that shape. Interesting stuff. You know, someone that's looking for ideas, inspiration on setting up, you know, control panels and things like that. This is definitely a place to come visit. Okay, so let's see. I went there. There's no door that I can see. Go back this way. That's where I came in, and we still got this bit over here to do. Just making sure there's no hidden door that I'm missing, because some of this is not so noticeable. What's this room? Oh, it looks like the diner, the cafeteria, kitchen area. This is pretty nice. I like this. Kitchen's always my favorite place in a house or spaceship, doesn't matter. Really nice little island that's a combination of the bed, the Dominion bed. Always got that strange pattern on it, like it was unfinished or something. Nice use of the benches and stuff for the countertops. And the bar being used as the cabinet space and everything. All really niftily done. And of course the fancy bars for the door entry. And again, they're using the orange sconce for that soft light. That soft light is really good. You want a good amount of light in a room, but you don't want it to be like, you know, spotlighted. The orange sconce is like ideal for that. It's really one of my favorite lights. And then look how adorable this little home desk office kind of space is. Snuck in the bookcases, so it looks like, you know, little built-in shelves and then a built-in desk. Again, using the bench, you know, they flip it and turn it in different ways so you get a different appearance. This one's more metal and a little bit of gold trim. And then they got a poster on top to be the desktop, hiding that wooden desk that's underneath. It's a nice way of doing it. And then here you've got a little table for when you want to watch the latest news. These are just Chewa shelves. They make good benches too. I like this. This is probably my favorite spot so far. And it's probably okay that we're only maybe going to get to visit 2 places today, because it's taking a long time to go through this one because there's just so much. Okay, so this is where we come in. So now we got another door to go through. I think we've got 2 more to go. Yeah, because, oh no, that's where we come in. So this, I guess, is the final one. What surprise is behind the door? Okay, another door, and then that, well, let's go this way. I see a big medical kit, so I guess we're going into the med lab. Wow. Again, blue is a pretty good indication. It's medical science, something like that. Behind curtain number 1. Or it maybe being Chewa friendly. That was a big cot. This one's a little bit more my size. I don't know what that is. Pretty cool looking though. It's always good to have decor that has, you know, animations, movements. those kind of things. Just gives your room character. Maybe they do experiments there, poking around on people. Yeah, just a really planned out little medical lab here. I don't know, probably cryopods and everything else in here, making all the bits. It's really nice. I noticed, you know, they got even stuff on the ceiling, kind of just bring in all that blue and the red for the crosses and stuff. But this is what I mean. You see how strong and stark that light is? You know, that's good for certain places, but you know, in other places you want that softer light. So okay, so that was the med bay. Let's see what is on the other door. Now, if I can find my way back up to top, we'll probably do another little run around on the outside of the ship just to kind of... Hey, look, we're back. Did I miss that door? I guess I missed that door completely. Because I think we're back in the generator room. Unless this is a different one. Gosh, I'm so confused. If this is a different one, isn't it? Wow. Like, huge. Look at all that stuff. There's like magnetized containers. That definitely looks like a lamppost in there. Looks like the bottom of another taco stand. Looks like a gun. Wow, so much stuff. I can't imagine how long it took them to piece this all together. Trying to see, I think that's part of the medical lab that we were in. I'm not sure. Another door. It just keeps going and going. Look at the pattern on that. I never noticed that. But sometimes, you know, it takes you enlarging it up before you actually see what all is there. Generators, generators. Interesting. Having it sideways like that. Lots of the Dominion cages for these doors here. And another one. Excuse me. Yes, I'm still kind of suffering from a cold. Oh wow, here's like the really major control bridge station or something. Look at that. It's just, it's the Marauder display, but then they've got it set up in a way that you almost can't see all that metal bit. That's nice. It just kind of looks like a big screen. See if we can get a better look here. Lots of captain chairs. Again, the taco stands. Looks like another lamp there. Dominion panels. Again, the taco stands being used for all of those little control panels is really good. And for a Chua theme, you know, they kind of fit right in because they got all that brass and, you know, wires and stuff. But it's just nuts what all's there. It looks like some of those fancy bars kind of caging in the roof there. I think that was it. I'm not sure. No, there may be some little bit that I've missed, but I hope I found it all. It's just a crazy amount of stuff. But it's nice that they managed to, you know, kind of carve out all these little rooms in this giant of a ship because I have come across a few custom built ships where you go in them and there's like just one room or two rooms or something, because they've got it so compact that there's just no space to walk around inside it. I hesitate to jump down in here because I'm probably going to get myself stuck, but I just want to kind of look around, see if there's anything else to see. There's just like so much wires and bits and bubbles. You know, maybe he didn't, you know, really intend for anybody walking around down here, but I'm doing it. I'm walking it inside the belly. Yeah, you can see there's like a little bit of collision going on because you're like walking above the ground from certain places. See, if it was me, I would have probably just blocked that off some way, just to kind of avoid. Oops, wow, I just kind of boinged all over the place there. I don't know what happened. How did I get over there to begin with? I'm lost. I think there's like an invisible barrier there. It won't let me in. Go this way. Another bench. I think I found a dead end. I'm stuck down here. See, I told you I'd get stuck. Get stuck. Let's go back out to the front. I'm going to see if I can quickly run my way up to the top again. I say quickly, I'll probably get lost, but I'm going to try and remember the direct route, maybe. Look at that though. It's just amazing. You can get out of that close-up view of my rear end. Benches and picture frames, and I can't imagine the headache this must have been to piece it together like that. This is well beyond my level of building. Trust me on that. Okay, I think I just kept going up and up and up. Let's see, I think it was the first door. And we're up. Oh boy, now I'm not sure where I went. Ah, yeah, here we go. It's like I knew where I was going. Oof, don't look there. Oof, that was bad. See, like here's the captain's room here. I don't think I can get on top of that, but even here you can like see inside the ship. It's just crazy. And to have it, you know, it's and I know they built this well before Katya's add-on came out, so imagine it's not like he could have just copied and pasted. He put that together to mirror it just himself, or themselves, herself. I don't know. I apologize if I give you a label and it's not the correct one. You know, usually try to kind of keep it neutral, but sometimes I just go by the name. If it sounds like a guy name, then I'll call it a guy, but it's not always the case. It's crazy, crazy what all they did with this. Lots of fancy bars for the front. Absolutely nuts, but that's what this is about, just to see just how crazy someone can go with all of the housing. I mean, imagine what they will do now that they have all this extra space. Maybe they will add a baby ship next to it or something. So that is Sparky Furblast's Dominion Star Cruiser. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. So the next one we're going to try and visit is a new one I found. Sparky's has been around for a little bit, and I've been meaning to tour the place for a while, but I keep forgetting. And I know at one point I visited, and you could see that they were still kind of fixing some things. They changed it up a little bit, so I just kind of put it on the back burner and finally have got around to it. But this one that we're going to visit is a new one that I came across. I really don't know how new it is, because if they did this in the last week, it's going to be, you know, nuts to think about, you know, how much work they put into it. But I've only just recently come across it, so. But this is, well, it doesn't say the name on there, but it's Lima's SAS Genetics Clinic. And I love the little concept that they got, that it's, you know, it kind of reminds me of a Guildmates plot where they have, you know, this rocky kind of like little mountain kind of thing, and then the lab or the clinic or whatever is built into it. So start off with just, you know, kind of little area where they've, you know, got their little property. And here's an example of one of the LOP NPCs that you can get. He's just dancing away. But they gave him a little LOP camp. He's here selling his wares, his little apple cider or whatever it is. And, excuse me. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. I will one day get rid of my cold, but today is not the day. Now there is a little entrance or exit, however you want to say it, off to the side here that actually leads to the rest of the property, but we're not going to go through there because it's really just going to show kind of like the naked skeleton of the building from the outside, and it looks kind of messy, and I don't want to leave you with a kind of a view of their house. So I'm just going to indicate that you're kind of given a clue that there's something back here, because there's some fencing, and this kind of looks like an overgrown tunnel or cave or something. If you walk through it, it'll actually get you to the back of the property where there's a couple of fab kits that don't really match the theme. And again, like I said, you'll see the exterior of the building, but there's like weird bits poking out and everything. I assume they have the intention of probably finishing that off at some point, but we're not gonna, you know, show that part off today. So this is the entrance to the clinic. You can see that they've got it heavily secured. You know, they have the guard NPC here, making sure you're not up to any mischief. Several guard NPCs around this little area. You know, they've got their little guard station camp area set up, and then they've also, I love how they've used the new, excuse me, open container. So it's like they got this little like trailer house kind of thing going on. You know, they got the little TV and like the comforts of home, but it's kind of like just makeshift. So apparently they come out here and you know, work a long time, and then they're relieved with another team, and then they go off. But yeah, that's some good examples of uses of the NPCs, using them as guards, using them as, you know, just some background things going on. So we enter the clinic, and they're using some of the new, I think it's the Exile, one of the new lights. I don't know the name offhand, but it's similar to the bottom part of the Exile mailbox. So it's nice that they gave us something that kind of goes matchy-matchy with this. So here you have the main office of the clinic where you check in. They got like a little waiting room here, area here. and a little emergency medical cot here for anyone that comes in severely injured. They can rush them right into the clinic. And then of course they got, you know, the little generator here. And I like how they got the little reception desk set up. It looks like it's got like a little speaker thing where they can, you know, hear you, and you tell them, you know, yes, I'm here for my appointment at X hour. And it's also, you know, if someone wanted to come and role play that they're here for that purpose, you know, they want to say, hey, I'm manning the desk here at the front. Here you go. And then a simple little laptop kind of computer. It's just a keyboard and a tablet computer stuck together. Simple but effective. I like that. It's just an extra little step, you know, rather than just having the tablet or just having the keyboard. You put the two together and it works really well. So I don't know what this is for. Maybe to make sure the contagions don't get out or something. But so it looks like again, it's like a decontamination kind of thing, where maybe they spray you down or blow things off of you so you don't bring in any germs or take out anything that you shouldn't. So it's like a waiting hall, and then you have two directions you can go. We'll go this way first. Pardon me, I feel like I'm starting to lose my voice again. Now, you'll notice that it looks like they've used the regular staircase, but then they've added the backing onto it. That's a good way of kind of just making it a little different rather than just leaving the staircase like it is. It also kind of, you know, hides what might be below. It's especially useful if you have like just a narrow hallway where the stairs are, and you don't want whatever's beneath it showing. That's a good way to do it. The more waiting area. You know, there's always things that you gotta, you know, see one doctor and he says, you know, well, wait in hall 1 or hall 2. That's what this is. I like the little details. Here's, you know, like the little trash can and the coffee machine with the cups, the soda cans outside the machine. So this looks like it's the first little, I don't know, private medical room where, you know, a patient can come, and this is where, I don't know, maybe it's for recovery. Kind of looks like it's meant for a child, because it's got the little plushies there, and then it's got like, whoops, like the little mama place where she's sitting there and, you know, reading the books or something to the little kid. But I like how you also get a view of the exterior, you know, the bits that they want you to see. And excuse me. You know, all the little details of the books and the plants and the pillows. I like those things. Then we come to the second one. And again, it looks, you know, just like another, you know, when you go to the hospital, you can get a private room, or you can have a room where you share with a roommate or something. And again, they've got another view out here. So I kind of get the impression this is more like where the patients come for recovery. Well, whoever was there, they left their little IV behind. And a third one. Again, I get the impression that it's like for kids, because they have these plushies here to kind of like, you know, calm them or appease them or whatever. Lots of cushions. Little blanket here, but you know, it may not really have anything to do with it. They just put that there for something. But you know, even a clinic has issues with needing repairs. So I like the little, you know, they got these dangling wires and the sparking wire, and the tools and everything. Got the little hazard cone saying, hey, danger, might be wet floor or something. Maybe they got a leak or whatever. And they even have the panel here missing from the area up above. It's all a nice touch. And then the final little recovery room. It's just little things, just touches of the bowls and the spoons and the drinks and everything. Now, when I came out here before, see, this is what I mean. I'm pretty sure they're extending this now that they have the opportunity to. Hey, Pio. Welcome to the stream. So this is just going to be a glimpse of what you would see if we went through that little passageway through the rocks. There's the builder there.
Then let us begin.
Checking it out. I like his hairdo. It's got that little ponytail on top. So clearly they're going to expand this and enclose in what they, don't want you seeing. So we'll definitely have to come. Yeah, they're working on the escape route. I imagine this will probably get turned so it's not sandwiched in there. They probably want it angled a little bit differently so it looks like a hatch has been opened. But like I said, I'm happy to retour homes if they change them up or update them or expand them. But I really wanted some houses to come visit today, so even though this one isn't actually technically done, I couldn't resist visiting it. So here we have a little lounge kind of area, and it's conveniently located at the dining room area as well. I love, again, we've seen this before, but it's still a clever idea. It's giving the books a little makeover by adding the Tales posters on top, and it just gives it that extra little oomph, just to make it a little different. I like that. So here you have the little diner section where you get all your, they've got everything laid out here, from drinks to food to cheese and everything. But again, it's set up so that you can go into the back inside the kitchen if somebody wanted to come and role play as the cook. Although this poor Chua would have to have a little box to stand on to be able to reach the countertop.
Calibrating my settings.
Oh, well, thanks, Liliana. I've already toured Bombas once, but I could probably do it again, especially if you have plans for expanding it or anything. But I've done a tour of Bombas before. Liliana's talking about I think it's Bombas Fine Dining. It's a restaurant type of thing. I loved some of the big hall and everything in there. But yeah, that's one of the things. A lot of people that have existing houses, once the free-to-play transition came, they have to kind of remake, especially the entrances, because some of them have them boxed off, and if they don't fix it, then you can't get in anymore. It's really important to do that. Later today, I'll be updating the Amazing Exiles and Amazing Den Minion Builders threads, and just kind of reminding people to kind of be patient, because there will be a lot of homes on those lists that are now set to private when they normally wouldn't be. But I think a lot of people want to just kind of close it off to make sure they get it like they want before they open it back up again. So it's just going to take time for everyone to kind of get that in order. Well, yeah, then be sure and give me a poke sometime when you've got it updated and it's ready for viewing, because then I'll be happy to retour it. I'm always looking to do that when folks update their stuff, because, especially if, you kind of learn from what you did in the past, and then you kind of, want to show off your new techniques and stuff. So Even though some of it might stay the same, that's okay. I don't mind retouring. So this seems to be like the head doctor's office. Again, they're using all those little details like the book covers and using the benches as part of the desk front.
Count your fingers and toes.
Added some cushions to the chair, which kind of makes it look a little weird when you actually use a chair like it's supposed to be, because then you're kind of sunk in onto the pillows. So you'd actually have to kind of just sit on it naturally. But again, redoing the computer with the keyboard is a good way of doing the little laptop thing there. Yeah, it's those details I love. I really love those things. And a lot of people go, well, it's just a cup and a glass and all. But if they didn't put that there, it would look really plain. And it looks lived in more with these little details, like the money on the desk and everything.
Are you prepared?
Same way with like just the medical kit. He didn't have to put that there, but he's made sure, that it's everywhere, so it reminds you that you're in a medical facility kind of thing. Okay. Let's see, I'm just checking to make sure I went everywhere I was supposed to up here. I think we did. Yeah, because those were all the rooms. Okay. So, going back down. Now, if this actually is supposed to lead anywhere, I don't think so, because that's one of those reddening vents on the end there, but just those extra little touches kind of making it look like there's pipes and things up there. Oh, I didn't build this. This is a home by Limis Stas. Wednesday Tours is not about me. It's definitely not about me. This is about other people's homes and what they've done with them. Like, I like this indicative that there's an extra room or something here. Maybe when they decide to expand the plot, they will open this up when they're ready. Just kind of lift it halfway so it looks like it's kind of half open and you can just go through. But yeah, I'm glad you're appreciating the build here, because Limis has done a great job. There's a lot of rooms, and they all have their own uses. It's not like they're having to hunt for sometimes when people build really big and then they divvy up the rooms, then they start struggling. Well, what can I put here? Well, I already have a dining room. I can't make another dining room. So then you end up with a house that's got like 50 bathrooms, because every little space that they can't think of a specific, they just turn it into a bathroom or something. So here you have the storage room. Lots of detail here. I mean, all of these pieces they had to put in. This is crazy. All the carts and I like the new metal containers here, like a briefcase, I think it is. And the open crate again. The little details. Even this, the crates and the bombs and stuff. Why you would want bombs and stuff at your medical facility, I have no idea. I imagine this is supposed to be that one room that was closed off. It's a good way of doing a faux door kind of thing. Let's see, this one, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. It looks like a control room of some sort, but what they're controlling, I'm not sure. It looks like a generator and they can flip it on and off. Pio, I have no idea how long it took them. I'm in the process of contacting some of the builders. I also do housing spotlights for WildStar Core. So I've been contacting a few here and there as I get a chance. And I'm doing special interviews with them and asking them questions like that about how long it takes them and what inspired them to do this particular theme and that kind of stuff. So, because when I do these tours, it's usually just kind of, I just come uninvited. They have it open to the public, so I just come, unexpected and off the cuff, and typically they're not around. Now, Limas was here a little bit ago, but they've already left again, so I guess they just wanted to leave me to my devices and figuring out what's all in here. But definitely that's something I do plan to ask. I love this little work tray here, little shelf thing that they've got with all their tools and bits. That's a nice touch. And then the little lab, all these little bits they've added in. Nice details like these. That's really good. That pipe just keeps showing up everywhere. Maybe they're going to be making some tunnels that you can go through some secret entrance. Good use of the metal grates. I love these as doors. Too bad they don't actually function as doors, but generally speaking, though, a build like this generally probably would take a good month or two, because I mean there's a lot of things that go into making a build, a lot of planning, and depending on how inspired the builder is and how much materials they have on hand, they don't have to go and grind up. They might be able to, you know, put out a considerable amount of building within a matter of hours. Some of my builds have taken as short as a week. Others have taken, you know, they go over a period of months. It just really depends. And then we come to the bathroom. Even here, little touches like here's the little plant, little different rolls of toilet paper, got the mop and everything. And then you have the guarded entrance to the bunker house. Now, if I remember correctly, the bunker house is empty at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and go in, but you'll see what they've done. Yeah, it's empty. If you exit, then you're caged in. You're forever a prisoner in their home. Just use the crystal and you're back at the front.
Are you prepared?
So yeah, that was Limas Stas's house, Stas Genetics Clinic. I love the concept of it. Laboratory stuff is always fascinating to me because I'm not really good at figuring out all those little bits and bobbles. But clearly they have a knack for it because it's just really nicely done. I like how it's built into the rock and everything. I think that's all we're going to be doing for today as far as tours go. I'm happy to answer any questions folks have if I have the answers to them, but as far as future tours, next week we'll be doing Exile Side. I haven't gotten my list together yet because again, it's with all of the delays and everything, it's just kind of harder to find people's homes that are in ready kind of condition, but hopefully by next week that will be less and less of an issue, and we'll have some places to visit for them for that side. I have had a few people ask me if I plan on taking the show to Entity as well, and just going to reiterate that no, probably not. I prefer to stick with EU, so I think NA gets a lot of, you know, promotion already, so I'd rather stick with the EU side. I know that's kind of disappointing to some because they were kind of hoping that I would stream some stuff from over there, but yeah, Bones, I think a lot of people are still working on their plot. It's just, you know, it's a time-consuming hobby anyway, but on top of that, with all of the maintenance that's been going on, general issues with, you know, crashing here and there, or just getting, you know, booted out for other reasons, the lag. I know a lot of my guildmates have been kind of avoiding the place for the last week because of the lag issues, because they'll try and do something and then they'll get killed because they got stalled and the creature kind of beat them up anyway, and it's just kind of frustrating for a lot of people.
Calibrating my settings.
Well, see, now at least you're willing to go and grind up your materials. Me, I just buy them off the AH. I'm too lazy to go harvest all that stuff. But I look forward to seeing what you do with it. See, that's another plot. You know, there's so many plots I want to see and want to show, but you know, you just got to have patience to wait until everything's, you know, ready and get to order. But so yeah, I'm keeping busy not only with the stream, but also with like helping with WildStar Core. They did kind of technically shut down the site just before free to play hit, and then there was like a big calling of people saying no, don't do that. So they've reopened the site. I think they're even planning of rebranding it eventually. But I'm contributing housing spotlights there, so you know, I've just been picking a few and getting in contact with the owners and asking them all sorts of questions, just to kind of give a little extra something than just the usual screenshots and video kind of thing. But hopefully it'll get the word out of, you know, to more people, because not everybody wants to watch a stream of somebody else playing and kind of, you know, just touring around. And you know, maybe those that actually visit the WildStar Core site will kind of spread the word that, you know, housing is awesome, because it is. And but yeah, so tomorrow we'll probably be back on Exile side on Coach Carrot, do some more work on the wild ball field or stadium or whatever you want to call it. I think I was going to change it, and my alt doesn't have enough renown. I don't have even one renown on her, so I can't change the name yet. I'll have to actually go do some kind of questing with her to try and get that sorted. But we'll work on it. We still got the bleachers to finish. Probably we'll do that again Friday, just to kind of, you know, give us something to work on, because I'm also working on my Shades Eve themed plot, but that one I'm saving for later as far as streaming, because I don't want to spoil it for my guildmates. I make it sound like it's going to be something fantastical. It really isn't. It's just that I like the kind of, you know, just keeping it to myself until they get to see it, and then from there we'll kind of show it off. But still working a lot on it. It's mostly designed, you know, there's certain games that we're going to be playing, so I have a certain area for one game and then a different area for another game and that kind of thing. So each little spot is kind of specifically set up for whatever activity we're going to be doing. So it might not look really coherent kind of thing, but I'm working on it, so we'll see. Plus, on top of that, you know, I've got other projects going on, so even though we've had all the lag and everything, it's just, you know, been keeping busy. But it feels like, you know, you never have enough hours in the day to do all that you want. And of course, as Bone says, you never have enough money to do all you want either. Thankfully, that hasn't been too much of an issue. I've been kind of fortunate that some of the things I've been getting a hold of, I've been able to sell off too if I didn't need it for a pretty good price. So that helps fund my housing habit. Sounds like a drug, you know, gotta get my fix. But yeah, there's a lot of new stuff, you know, coming up. I mean, they just added some new stuff to the shop. Nothing housing related, I don't think, but I just wonder how often they're going to be updating that, because there's going to be times I'm going to be tempted to spend money when I probably shouldn't, because, you know, I've already bought all of the upgrades to the decor limit that you can get. I told my husband, no, I'm not going to fall for it. I'll just stick with what I, can get for free. And then it comes out, and I'm like, I can't resist it. I got to have it all. So he's like, yeah, I knew that's what was going to happen. But I've been seeing a lot of work with some of the new items, though, that's already available on the housing vendor, like the waterfalls. There's at least one place on Exile's side that I know for sure we'll probably try and tour. It's one that has been showcased before. I'm not quite sure. I've toured it myself. I can't really remember. I'll have to look it up. But they've already updated a great deal of it with the free-to-play transition period. And it's just that much more fantastic. So I'll definitely try to put that one down as a possible for next week. But I've seen a lot of others using, a lot of the new rocks and some of the new trees, and of course the NPCs. That really does make a difference in a lot of, depending on how they use it. Half the time I'm confused because I think, is that a player? And then I realize it's not actually a player. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's only 2 homes when we usually go to like 3 or 4, but the one was like pretty expansive, so I'm hoping it, made it worth your while. Let's see, I kind of lost my train of thought there. I'm kind of sleepy too, so it doesn't help much. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you join me next week as well. Like I said, it'll be Exile side that we tour next week. And if you're at all interested in watching me build some stuff, like the wild ball field and any other things that we come up with, feel free to drop in through the week. I stream every weekday, but the hours can be kind of iffy. Just depends when I can get in. Yeah, the sky wasn't the fun part. Really, definitely don't. If you get any kind of queasy, do not even go and check out the falling into the sun one, because that really is, it is like the worst for anyone that's prone to motion sickness. That is the worst one ever. Whoever thought that one up, needs to be reprimanded severely. But we also have the CBDC project that I still got to do, which I have no clue what I'm going to do. This month's theme is Halloween monster or creature. So it could be anything from a scary spider to, if you want to try and come up with some way of making Dracula, the little dude, then, more power to you. But I don't know. I've just been totally uninspired with that one so far. But I wanted something that was kind of, themed for the month, the holiday that's coming up. So we'll see if I can come up with something. I'll probably end up throwing something cruddy together and call it, yay, that's good. And I do have a few guildmates that have said that they will definitely build something, but with everything that's been going on, they may not get to it. We shall see. Yeah, something like that. But so we have that project, the Wild Ball project, the general tours that we'll be doing, and of course off camera I'll be working on the Shades Eve themed one, and who knows what else. There's a couple of guildmates that I'm kind of consulting with. In fact, one's actually kind of waiting on me to come and consult with him about some new additions that he's wanting to do. He's the one that's responsible for the what's it called? The Red Herring. It's a kind of a bar kind of theme. It's a town set up, but the main focus is the bar. And now that we have all this extra space, he's like, oh, I gotta, make the city bigger, and he's wanting me to kind of throw some ideas at him. So gonna have to see what I can come up with there. And In the meantime, I wish you guys much luck with your own projects. I know it's going to be rough for at least another few weeks until everybody kind of gets settled, and especially the realms themselves, because I know that they've said that they've done their best at trying to set up these spare sister servers or whatever in a way that will make the merger when it happens smooth.
Are you prepared?
But I
Then
anticipate that
let us
there will
begin.
be some kind of quirkiness that goes on when that happens, so that may throw us for another
Character
loop
presents.
when that comes to it. Don't know, but right now it's just going to be a rocky kind of time. But hopefully we can keep ourselves entertained in the meantime. So thank you guys for joining. I appreciate the views, the conversation, the follows, the retweets and stuff. I appreciate all of that, and I look forward to our next little adventure together. So until then, you guys have a good day. I'll see you later.